Hello there and welcome to yet another exciting edition of your favorite tourism broadcast, and that is of course Tourismus Namibia. My name is Jemima Ndebele and I'll be your host as we bring you interesting tourism conversations and topics, as well as beautiful destinations that you can be sure to visit nationwide. In anticipation of the upcoming Tourism Expo, we will be taking a look at some of the fun things that you can experience at the Tourism Expo set to take place this coming week. Do stay tuned. Well, as mentioned, in anticipation of the upcoming Tourism Expo set to take place from the 24th to the 26th of April in Windhoek at the Opuwo Country Club, the event promises to provide an exciting experience for young and old. One of the highlights this year is the team from the Africa Millimeter Telescope, which will entertain pupils and adults and take them through the stars in a mobile planetarium. More than 13,000 people have already visited the mobile planetarium, of which more than 10,000 are pupils. The planetarium was donated to the University of Namibia in 2022 with the aim of the project to stimulate young people's interest in science. That is certainly something to look forward to at the upcoming Tourism Expo. Next up in topics, we will be discussing tourism safety, as Tourism Executive Director Theophilus Ngitila has called upon all stakeholders to ensure the safety of tourists visiting Walvis Bay and the surrounding towns. He made these remarks this week at a tourism stakeholder engagement session on safety and the operation of the tourism sector, which took place in Walvis Bay. This engagement session occurred right after the visit of the Queen Mary II and the Neptune Viking vessel, which docked in the port of Walvis Bay. He said the tourism sector has experienced steady growth over the last few years, and the ministry's target is to maintain a steady flow of tourists throughout the year. However, he went on to mention that they need all stakeholders to come on board, adding that there is nothing worse than a visitor being robbed of their belongings. According to him, this paints a negative picture for Namibia as a country. The last topic that we will be looking at is the Alte Feste Museum. The Alte Feste in Windhoek will finally see investment to repurpose and convert it into a vibrant and lovely hub for people from all walks of life. This follows after the Ministry of Education, Art and Culture launched an online survey last year in October and November. The ministry wanted to know from Namibians what they thought of the building and what they wanted to happen to the building. The ministry has signed a 10-year contract with the Namibia Craft and Design Center, and both will collect funding for the project. Additionally, the United States Ambassador Fund has also made a contribution of close of $250,000 to the repurposing of the Alte Feste into a crafting hub. Do stay tuned for destinations.
E-ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
First up in destinations, we will be hearing more from Lawrence Naubib, a guide at the Opuwo Country Lodge situated in Opuwo, who will be telling us all about the state-of-the-art accommodation facility.
Lawrence, can you tell us where we are and why should people come here?
Okay, so we are at Opuwo Country Hotel. It's basically based in Opuwo itself, up on the mountain, with a beautiful view, as you can see there. If you have a sundowner from the pool, you have the best sundowner from here. So this is actually basically the stop in between to Epupa, and if you want to go to Tamaraland. So most of the people stop here, and as you can know, this is Kunene, so the main highlights for the Himbas. So most of the tourists come here to see the Himba culture. So if they come here, they do also excursions, which is the Himba excursion. Then we do also offer another tours, which is like Epupa Falls. So from here, we do also offer the tour, which is a full day tour, and also the Himba tour, but whereby we take out our guests. And I'm also one of the guides that take out our guests to the Himba tour, and we explain to them about the Himbas, how they live, the culture of the Himbas. Yes.
Okay. Tell us more about the facility, the rooms, and the kitchen. Is the food good, or what has been the review so far in terms of all the reception that you had here?
Okay, here we do have 40 rooms. Within these 40 rooms, we have like 28 luxury rooms and 12 standard rooms. And from our kitchen side, our team is very good, whereby most of the people like Eisbein. You know, Eisbein is a main dish that comes from Germany, so they probably like it. And we do get mostly people from all the countries, but the most of the people that comes to Namibia, as you know, is Germans. So those are the most of the people that come. So we do have like a mixture of most dishes that come from Germany. So like Eisbein, as I have said. Yes.
Tell us more about the day. Can I come here during the day and just spend the day and go? How is you accommodate people?
Yeah, basically you can come in for a day visit as a Namibian. All what you do, if you haven't booked at the gate, you only pay like 250 Namibian dollars. Within these 250 Namibian dollars, you're gonna spend the money here from that 250 Namibian dollars. So we make sure that you spend at least something here, not just by coming in and walk around here and walk out. So that's why we normally used to charge 250 per person. So that money is still your money. If you come here, you can order food, whatever you want from that money.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe in terms of the infrastructure, how is the setup? What inspires the design? All that.
Oh, as you can see, the design is actually very good. So they did up on a hill. So from the hill, as I have said, we have a nice, very swimming pool here. And from the swimming pool, we have the best view of the Sundowner. Yes. And as you can go to the campsite, and from the campsite, you can also see into the town, the whole town. Yes. Yeah.
I know. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yes.
For delightful, secure and equitable wood market services, be sure to visit Arbel in Okahandja. Located in the quaint wood market adjacent to the railway crossing in Okahandja, you can conveniently park right in front of the shop without any hassles. Arbel's shop offers a variety of wood products, ensuring that there is something for everyone.
My name is Abel Pietrus. I'm situated in Okahandja, actually. I sell woodcraft. I'm situated at this side of Puma service station. Opposite Puma service station, that's where my shop is. Or if you can't find Puma service station, it's opposite Indongo Toyota. That's where I am. The road is for Trekker Road. And again, what I sell, it's actually a variety of different things here. I sell wood, like animals, and I sell figures, like different items, like people, small people. And then I sell also giraffes here. I sell also materials, like materials. I also sell stones. And I also sell things like bottle openers made out of different material as well, like bone and wood. Well, I sell actually most of the whole anything that you need. Depending on which animal specifically I'm working on to, and depending on which material I'm using in that specific animal, because we have different type of wood. Yeah, so if it's, for instance, a kudu I can work on it like for plus minus 2 weeks, because it's complicated and it takes more long to make. But when it comes to hippos, giraffe, or elephants, they can take me plus minus 4 days, if it's smaller ones, that is. So if it's big, it can take me for a week or so. Yeah, that I would say it was outstanding.
It was outstanding.
Well, there are a lot, but one of them I would say, the main one, it will be those big tables. I think you have seen them. Those big tables, they take me almost 9 months to make, including the chair. So that's something big for me. Yeah, it's something big for me. So I have a lot of things that I would say I like doing, that I loved doing, and they were the most nice ones. But the table was really something else. Yeah. Yes, what I would say mostly, the importantly thing that I would say is that they are safe. They are more safe here. The reason why I'm saying it's safe here we have rules. Like, for instance, if a client come here and park their car any place here at the Puma service station or at the parking places, or they can park inside the market area, they are not bothered by anybody. So they walk freely and they do their shopping freely. So I would say safety. They are more safe here. Yeah.
No.
Well, you get items like, let's say the minimum piece that we have here, it's 25. There are some key holders that we sell from 25. Well, the highest I wouldn't determine, because there are a lot of big things that are here, So yeah, but anyways, we also work like with e-wallet or pay to sell or any other payment method, Yeah.
Now we will be hearing more from Yolanda Nyal and Jason Knott in To The Point. Do stay tuned.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
Namibia Media Holdings journalist Yolanda Nyal will be talking to Jason Knott, guide manager and facilitator of the Ultimate Safaris, who'll be telling us all about their guide exchange program and what it all entails. Let's hear what they had to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am joined with Jason from Ultimate Safaris. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Can you quickly tell us a little bit more about Ultimate Safaris?
So Ultimate Safaris is a Namibian-based tour operator, and we've always specialized in guided safaris. And over the last couple of years, we've tried to expand our conservation impact. And one of the ways we could do that was by building camps and lodges in communal conservancies. So now we are a lodge and tour operator, but mainly focused on guided safaris and specialist naturalist guides.
You also started with a guide exchange program. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it was something exciting that sort of fell into our lap. We had our partners in the US, or our reps in the US, reach out to us saying that Todos dos Santos Eco Adventures, who are based in Mexico, attempted a guide exchange with Imvelo, based in our neighboring countries. And they wanted to reignite this because they attempted it just before COVID. And so that all fell flat that side. So we said, yeah, let's give it a go. And we then had the opportunity to send one of our guides to Baja, Mexico, to experience wildlife and nature in its purest form that side.
Why Mexico out of all the places?
Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, the Todos dos Santos is based there. So they were the ones that would host our guide there. And in exchange for it, they would send one of their guides out here for an extended period to witness what we have to offer here. So that's how we ended up in Mexico. And it does offer our guides a slightly different experience, you know, from whales to swimming with sharks and hiking on mountains and beaches. And, you know, so it's slightly different to the natural or the well-known African safaris.
How was the guide exchange for the person who was chosen?
So we've actually had our second guide go over. So our first guide was Johan, who went over last year, and we just had Franco go over this year. And you know, it's a completely different experience, apart from the nature and the experiences that they have there. But just the cultural exchange is more important than, you know, just seeing a country. You know, they really got to know the guides and spend time at their homes and get a real in-depth visit as to what goes on in Mexico. But at the same time, it then also gives them a slightly more worldly experience. So when, you know, they're traveling around with guests in Namibia and they say, yeah, we've been to Mexico, Baja, and they can be like, I've been there too, you know. So both guides have really enjoyed their time over there.
Something you will continue with next year as well?
Yes, so we've got the Mexican guide coming out in September to come and spend his time out here. We had one last year, and he got to visit places like Sources Flay, stay at our camps in Damroland, so rhino tracking every day, elephants, experience the Tosha. So we're waiting for another one to come out in September, and then we'll restart the process. And it sort of the selection process sort of stems from where we recognize the guides that have performed best throughout the year. And this is sort of a reward for them to go out and experience a experience that they would never be able to. And it's sort of the same for them coming this side. Their best performing guide for the year gets sent out here as a reward for working long seasons and hours and being away from your family and all that comes with being a guide.
How long is the exchange program?
So it's almost a month. So they went over for 26 days this year, and it was 24 days last year. And that just allows them enough time to experience all activities, get out on the boats and hike and sleep out on the beaches and climb mountains. Whereas if it was any shorter, it would be, you know, a bit too quick and hasty. And when the Mexican guides come out here, we also aim for about a month. But then normally they would, like the last one, extended it and traveled to Zimbabwe and Botswana. And, you know, so it gave them an opportunity to explore Africa.
Has there been any challenges hosting guides from Mexico?
Well, not at the moment, but no, the first guide that we hosted he was an excellent guy. His name was Axel, very easygoing, loving, and sort of just fell in wherever he could and sort of took the opportunity to experience everything that we had to offer. You know, and then they spend time with our guides that are going through the camps when they're there. So then there's that cultural exchange as well here in Namibia with the Mexican. It was the same sort of with the Namibians be in that side.
Wonderful. We will definitely contact you again once the new guide from Mexico is here in September, and then maybe we can pick his brain a bit.
No, it sounds like a good idea, and I'm sure he'll be willing to chat to us.
Jason, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for talking about the exchange program and making the tourism industry in Namibia just a little bit broader.
Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back shortly.
And with that, we have come to the end of yet another informative and insightful edition of your favorite tourism broadcast, that is, of course, Tourismus Namibia. Be sure to join me, Jemima Ndebele, again next week, same time, same place. Until then, stay adventurous.